Hello, everyone. Apologies, having some technical difficulties. Please give me a second. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. I was just saying, I checked, I say, oh, the time changed, so I hope people realize that.
Wait, say that again. Sorry, Maria, say that again.
Yes, I said the time changed.
It did.
It had me baffled a little bit too.
Yes. Um,
Mhm.
so-
Is Mr. Perez with us tonight as well? Is,
Sorry, everyone, again.
is, is Mr. Perez with us as well?
Yeah,
Or
I think he just joined. Emmanuel?
okay,
Yeah, he's here. There he
fine.
goes.
Yeah.
Okay, once I gotta get to a space that's a little bit more quieter. Hello. Hello, thank you for joining us. Sorry, things didn't want to work out perfectly at the start, so just give me a second, everyone, I had to
It will
get
flow.
everything up again.
It will flow. It will flow. That's fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Why does it keep saying that? Oh, okay. Um, Emmanuel,
Yes.
I'm not able to minimize the screen because I'm recording. Well, you know what? I don't need to record this part. Let me pause the
you.
recording
Yeah.
because that's what's causing the issue. Sorry.
It still has to do with your finances. We looked at the 7 money milestones, and I'm just going to give a quick recap of that. One of the things I encouraged you, well, when we started, I love to start with the Word of God. I love to start from the beginning because God Himself said that it is He who gives the ability to obtain wealth, the strength, the ability to wake up in the morning, to get up and go to work. And sometimes we take these little things for granted. But one of the wonderful things is it the wisest man, Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived? He said, every man to whom God has given riches and possessions, He has also given the power and the ability to enjoy them and to receive this as His allotted portion and rejoice in His labor. Some of us take pleasure in working. When we're not working, we're fidgety or, oh, I can't stand still. I got to find something to do. All right. And it is a good thing. Well, the Bible says this is a gift of God, not just to work, but to attain the work, to enjoy it, to take pleasure in what you do, and not just to do it, but at the end of it, to enjoy it, to bless others, to bless yourself with the fruit of your labor. And since it comes from God, it's got to be a good thing. Yeah, God only does good things. So the last time we met, we quickly ran through the 7 money milestones, which included financial. Number one was the financial education. Get all of the information you can get. Read all you can about money. Because from the womb, remember we said it, to the tomb, we're talking money. Money is involved. So it is not a bad thing. It is a good thing. And as we started off, it is a gift of God. So when we have it, let us, so we want to learn as much. The more you know, the better decisions and the better your life will become as well. Proper protection. In that light, we were talking about, we thought of our assets that we have, our homes, our vehicles, our phones, our AirPods. We take insurance on that. We say, boy, I want you to make sure that it is secured. Well, we also ask you, one of the questions I ask, what about you? Have you ever thought of yourself? Do you see yourself valuable enough to insure your life? And so, hence, insurance is very important. And one of the ways we said you could really show your loved ones that you really love and care for them is through a life policy. All right, we mentioned that. We deliberated on that a little bit. The third was your emergency fund. Having at least 3 to 6 months of money set aside per adventure, because you know what? Life happens, and it happens untimely. Sometimes it comes like a flood, but to everything there is a season and there is an end. So we do not live in that emergency mode all the time, but perhaps, just perhaps, something happens. You want to know that you have money set aside, and I deliberated as to how you can attain that. Start to build, and an emergency comes up, the fridge goes bomb or your tire flats, you're able to use your emergency fund to buy a tire instead of using your credit card. And you use it, remember it's for emergencies, put it back. All right. Then we also mentioned number 4, debt management, learning to manage that which you have. Oh boy, debts. C'est la vie. That's how life comes. All right. It does come with debt. And we will see the stats tonight. 78% of Americans, oh Lord, have to be beating their head. Why? Because there are some people say, I'm drowning in debt. And so I gave you some tips as to how to get out and some of the milestones you can take, the steps you can take in order to free up, because freedom is a beautiful thing. Financial freedom, voila, that's where we all want to live. And that's where we would like to take everybody. So I'm so thankful that you're here tonight. Also, we mentioned the number 5 would be cash flow. Having enough money saved. How much do you hope? It means, how do you save? We work and work and work, and at the end of it, what do we have? So I gave you a few quick tips as to find where the high yield savings accounts are, put it somewhere where it will multiply, because you leave it in the bank. We call the bank suckers. They take and take and take from you, and seldom will they want to give. At the end of the month, you can see it when you get your statement for the month. It says, well, your interest for this month was 1 cent. It's going to take you 1,000,000 years in order for you to make, a reasonable amount of money, or to multiply your money. Hence, we mentioned also the rule of 72, where it would take somebody 72 years in order to double the amount of money they have in the bank, if they leave it in the bank, right? But again, I mentioned a few high yield savings account that you can invest in. You want to know more? Let's have a one-on-one. Give me a call, and I'll be able to help you out on that. Building wealth. You work, you want to think of your family, your generation. What do you do? Where do you put your assets so that tomorrow you can reap? Or else you find a lot of people, by the time they reach retirement age, wow, oh, I didn't think of retirement. And a lot of people die because they are wondering what is going to happen to my money. Will my money last through my retirement? Do I have enough set up? That's where we come in. We'll show you how to get there and to live reasonably, free up. All right. And finally, I mentioned how to protect your wealth, having worked for it, having worked hard, sometimes 9 to 5. Some of us never have our own business, so we are working for somebody all these years. And at the end of it, what? Where do you put it? What safe places do you have that you will not just use yours, but also save something for your generation? Show your loved ones, your children, that you care for them. and to build generational wealth. All right. Okay, so this evening I'm going to share my I do have ability to share my screen, Mr. Emmanuel?
Give me 1 second.
Okay. So we are going to look at one area tonight called credits. Oh, wow. Credit 101.
There you go. You have it.
Got it? All right. Thank you. Take it from the beginning. And so one of the things that people are very much afraid of, and I can understand, is credits. Everyone says, get a credit card. The students now, well, from the time they get to college, you find lots of the financial institutions come and offer a credit card. Sometimes they'll have a credit card day when many financial institutions will come and offer. And can you imagine a student who is scratching, hungry for money, needs money in college, and then you say, well, hey, I can allow you to have a credit card, $2,000 or $1,500. Some go to $2,500, $5,000. I mean, you being a student, I being a student, what would you say? No, I don't want it. No, man, you grab that. And that's what you find that students, a lot of times that by the time they leave, they're done with college, you will find that it's okay. Their tuition is paid, their college fees, but they have credit card, max credit cards. And that is a problem. All right. So, and that's where it starts. So everyone says, get a credit card, but everyone is in debt. Credit 101, building healthy credit. It's not bad. Not all credit is bad. I mentioned that the first time around. Not all credit is bad because we need our homes. We need a car. Not all of us can just go run to the bank and say, well, okay, I have 300,000 or I have $1 million there. No, we start somewhere, and having a home, I'm certain you will say, oh, it's a good thing. It's a wonderful thing to have a home. And then you say, I can't afford a home. That's what the banking institutions, that's what the financial institutions are there for, to help us get to where we need to be. And one of the things that we do as financial advisors, if you were to get to one-on-one with me, I would tell you, hey, check it out. Let's first, before I need to know where you are, I want to show
Maria,
you where you are. Excuse me?
Sorry to interrupt you. Are you sharing the screen right now?
I am. No, I am not.
No,
Okay.
you're not. No one's seeing
Sorry.
anything.
Sorry.
Also, for any late stragglers, please write your name into the chat to take attendance for tonight. If you haven't done so already, I know a few people have so far, so thank you so much. But if you haven't done so already, please write your name into the chat so we can check your attendance. Thank you.
So
and it's also how we will enter you into the raffle gift card at the end of the meeting.
Okay, so let me see that. Share my screen.
How do I find the chat?
Oh,
If you're on your phone or tablet, if you're on your phone, it should be on the bottom left corner. When you just tap the screen, it should come up. It should look like two little bubbles.
can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. All right, I appreciate
Yep.
that.
Can you put the screen in slideshow? It's not in slideshow.
It is.
It is?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
because I see all the other presentations over on the side.
I'm taking it from the top.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
taking it
now
from
it's
the very
good.
beginning.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so let me just bring this here. Right, so I'm going to start all over again. I'm sure you heard what I said. Everyone says get a credit card, but everyone is in debt. All right, your credit 101, what we are seeking to enlighten people on, it's not bad to have debt. It is, credit is good. One of the things that here in America for what 6 going on 7 years, and one of the first things that, oh, you need a credit card, you need a credit card, because that's how they're going to check your credit score. And I wasn't used to that. So I had to learn. I had to learn if you want to buy something, if you need something, if you want to make any purchase, it is important. It is important. And so how to build healthy wealth. And so think like a soccer, or you can think like the wealthy. Last time I did mention, when we think of the banks suck us out. Because if you owe the bank $1,000, check how much interest they're going to ask you. If you give the bank $1,000, check how much interest. It is the range is so far. All right. So that's why we call the bank sometimes a sucker. But we need the banks, all right? And an investment in knowledge, it was Benjamin Franklin, president, who said, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. That's why when we started with the 7 money milestones, I encourage you, read all you can, learn about money, what money can do for you, how best you can use it, how much you can attain it. And so that's why we're here, because we're here to show you how to make, how to save, how to invest, how to multiply, how to build a wealthy generation or legacy. Before you do anything in life, you always ask yourself, why am I doing it? That is something that we should. Sometimes we don't. We just rush into it. Something comes up, you've got some $100 in your bag. You see, oh, wow, there's a sale. Well, that's why they put the sale there, so they can get you $100. And sometimes we just dive in the sale. By the time you get out of the store, I had no intention to buy this. Oh, why did I buy that? Or you have it hanging in your closet for how long? It's still in the plastic because did you really need it? So sometimes we do encourage people, before you do anything, before you plunge, before you decide, why do I need it? Why should I build? And so we're asking the same question. It's a healthy question to ask when you say, why should I build healthy credit? Okay. And here's just a few advantages that you may not have considered when you think of credit score. For one thing, lower interest rates. You have the ability, the better your credit score, the lower your interest rate will be on loans, because, hey, it gives you negotiability. It tells them, okay, hey, she's able to manage her money. Oh, watch out, she's doing very well. All right. So the better your credit score, the higher credit limits you can have on your credit cards, because whoever your lender is will say, boy, she's good, he's good at managing. Watch that. She's, when it shows off, it makes you look good. Easier to rent a house, an apartment, go on a vacation, you want to take an Airbnb. These days, all they do is just Google everything. They say next after God, it's Google. And so everything about you can be known. And one of the first things they often ask is any purchase you're going to make, once it is of a sizable amount, what's your spread? They're going to check your credit score. All right. So it gives you a great advantage when you've got a good credit score. Also, lower security deposits. So if you're going to make, if they see that your credit score is very high, you will find that, compared to somebody whose credit score is low, you will find that you might get a better deal. Right? Your security deposits will be reduced. All right. You have reduced fees, better rates on car insurance. Even, yes, when you have your vehicle, depending on how many years and what you've been doing, etc., you will find that you will get a better deal when you are able to negotiate, right? Lower rates on car leases, better cell phone, to buy a cell phone, because it can be costly depending on the brand you want or whatever you want. You're gonna, when they see that, hey, your credit is very good, you get a better deal, man. All right? Better chance of getting a business loan. Your past credit problems, they fade away because they see, hey, check it out now. They do not even think of the past. They do not even look up what it was before. They're checking what it is now. All right? And it is always easier to get approval for loan mortgage. So, hey, the better, take it from there. You have much better negotiating ability when you have a good credit score. For most, building healthy credit starts with eliminating debt. As we said at the beginning, you have a credit card, you're talking debt. You're talking debt. It is said that the average American has $28,900 in personal debt. That does not include mortgage, does not include, sometimes not even your car payments, etc. No, just it is mind-boggling. But you can understand. No wonder it is said that over half of Americans suffer from anxiety related to debt. You talk to people and they will tell you, me, I'm just living from hand to mouth, or I'm living from paycheck to paycheck. No, I am so much in debt. And you hear it being reiterated so many times. Just talk to the average person, or you've got 5 people around you. Just ask for yourself, and if people are truthful, boy, debt is a heavy duty, bugging a lot of people. So 5 tips on eliminating and staying out of debt. These are just a few tips that we can share with you. Know what you owe. You ask the average person, how much do you owe? Or what is your debt? I don't know. I've got 5 credit cards, or people just don't know. And so that's why when we meet with you one-on-one, one of the first things that we try to establish is we do a financial needs analysis. That is, check what your income is versus what your liabilities or your expenses are. And a lot of time, if you do not know how much is coming in, you just know you're just spending, you do not even have any idea how much you spend. That is why a lot of times, if you do not take stock of it, you find, wow, you end up spending more than your income because you are not keeping tab. All right. So know what you owe. Meet with one-on-one. It is a beautiful thing. It's like, you can place that in your file. And one of the things that I did when I came, I had to start with it, check what I was getting versus what I was spending, and leave that there. You get a dream map. It also states at the end of it, one of the goals is to check, what are your goals for the next 3 to 7 years? Have you considered that? What are your goals for the next 3 to 5 years? What are your goals? What are your goals for retirement? What do you plan to do? Don't wait when you are already retired and say, oh boy, I would like to go on a vacation. I would like to go to Asia. I would love to go to I would love to go on a cruise. Plan in advance. And this is one of the things that we shared the first time around. But with our financial needs analysis, it states it. You have it like a document, and you will say, wow, 3 years ago, this was my income. Currently, it is, so you can have a comparison. And that is one of the things, we love to do with people, and we do that for free. Then, no more late payments. One of the reasons why we plunge ourselves more and more in debt with the credit cards we have or any debt that you owe, if you do not pay, at least they tell you the minimum is $40. The minimum is $100. Seek to pay more. They are just telling you that's the minimum. That doesn't mean that you cannot pay more, and some people live their lives. But if you calculate, I was looking at one of the statements. They do tell you if you pay within the next 5 years, how much interest you would pay. And a lot of times it is double the amount you borrowed. So know what you owe, avoid late payments, pay it on time. This is going to help your credit score as well. Target your debt one at a time. You have 5 credit cards. You have, 6 places that you owe, or 10 places that you owe. And, maybe you can't pay the all 10 one, but hey, take it one at a time. We call that debt stacking or the snowball. With us, when we meet our customers or clients, we do debt stacking with them. Lay down your debt. How much you owe Target, how much you owe this one, how much you owe this one, and what are they asking you to pay? Well, that one says $40. Hey, can you afford to pay, say, 2 times 40? Or can you put an extra, you have the mortgage. The mortgage is $1,000 a month. Check how much you get coming in with. And we also mentioned having little side hustles. Well, could you put an extra $300, an extra $200? It's amazing the difference you will see if you would do that consistently and over time. Wow. At the end of it, you just have to raise your hands and say, thank you, Lord. All right. So this is one of the things we teach people. Stop charging and cancel unused subscriptions. One of the things that we have on the financial needs analysis, it's a page where you can look and see. And as I told you, at the end of it, you'll get a dream map. That's what my dream is. I'm going to save more. I'm going to save an extra 100. I'm going to save an extra 50. And I have all my goals for the next 1 to 3 years, 3 to 5 years, 5 to 7 years, 7 to 10 years. We help you to do that. And that is a free service that we do offer. All right. And then one of the areas on that financial needs analysis sheet is, hey, your subscriptions. You pay Planet Fitness, you pay Hulu, you pay Netflix, you pay scrolling. What are the subscriptions? What do you really need all of them? It tells you, because sometimes we pay these things and it just comes because we made it automatic. And so every month for $40, you have BJ's, you have Costco, you have this one, you have that one. I'm just bringing in, all right? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. As I said, not all debt is bad. There are debts you need to have in order to get where you need to be in life, okay? But controlling, having a hand, knowing what you owe and seeking to chip it out, man, as time goes by, so that at the end of it, your goal is to be financially free. And this is where we want to take you. That's why I'm here tonight. Refinance your mortgage. Sometimes they have bargains. When you took the loan for the mortgage, it was 11%. Oh, but here the bank is reconstructing and I can get it for 5%. Hey, why don't you refinance? But sometimes we just, these things, we do not think about it. And that is why you sure need a financial advisor to help you out. Know what you owe. Make a list of all your credit card debts and your loans. For each debt, write down your outstanding balance. We're going one-on-one tonight. How much do you owe? That is your outstanding balance. You know how much you owe. You know how much you balance. Your monthly payment, what it is. What is the interest rate? We do part of our financial needs analysis. When most people, okay, yes, I have an insurance with this, and I have insurance at work, and well, how much do you pay to this insurance company? How much do you pay to this financial company? Oh, I'm not sure. So we have to. That's why it is good to have the statements. Read your statements. Check it out. At least once a year, go over. I am paying so much to this person. Well, what is I always tell them, when did you get it? How long is it for? How much do you pay? Can you afford to pay a little extra $20? It's amazing what you will see. All right. And the monthly, when is it due? Don't miss out on your due date. Oh, please don't miss out on the date. As I said, avoid late payments because late payments are very costly. All right. Know what you owe once a year. Pull out a copy of your credit report. Pull out a copy of your insurance, your various insurance, what you have, and check. Hey, oh, okay, I took it. How many more years I have? Some people don't know. Sometimes it's the company who have to call. You should be on top of that. You know, it's just as practical things that are necessary. By law, every American citizen has a right to a free credit report every 12 months. Avoid free there are websites, you know, that are charging you money. Hey, go with the annualcreditreport.com. You can get that, you know, and you can get it for free. So just check for yourself. All right. There are various websites if you want to dispute something. But again, if you do not know, if you never check, you will not know. And so there's no reason for you to dispute because you don't know. But sometimes errors happen and you've got to be on top of things. All right. And as I said, avoid late payments because paying after the due date hurts your credit score. All right. And it accumulates late fees, man. So instead of paying $20, you may have to pay $25. You may have to pay $22.50 and say, oh, it's just a little bit. But let it add month by month. It really can hurt you. All right. So a good credit score can open opportunities to get lower interest rates on loans, especially your mortgages. All right. Your car payments, your insurance. All right. And 2 tips to pay online: sign up. One of the things, do it automatically. Don't wait. Like we tell people, one of the tips we gave when it comes to your cash flow: don't wait for the money to come into your hands. Do it automatically. Every time you get a payment, hey, I've got to pay myself first. And so how do I do it? I tell them, hey, getting $100, $20 goes into my savings. I never see, so I only get $80 in my hand because I can manage with 80. If I have 100, I'll do the same thing. So why not go save something? Pay yourself first. The same for your credit. If you owe, make it automatic so you know it is never late. On the 20th of the month, every month. Look, for me, why would you want to pay a rent late? Because they add fees to it. So make it automatic. Everything, make life easy. It releases your mind. It releases stress. You know, you don't have to think of, oh wow, I have to pay extra. No, why pay extra when you can manage better? Set an alarm on your phone. It's the 20th of the month. Oh, I know I have to pay my credit card. So
Maria, if I may cut in for a second.
Yeah.
Just want to remind everyone, we're going to do one last call for the attendance to be entered into the raffle. We are a little bit past our halfway point. We won't be taking attendance after this part. So please, if you haven't done so already, please put your name into the chat to take your attendance and to be entered to the raffle for the remaining of the session. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're getting something out of this. So once again, just put your name to the chat to take your attendance and to be entered to the raffle. Thank you. And sorry for the interruption.
All right, that's okay. One of the things we do encourage people to do is to target one debt at a time. You may have 3, 5, 10, but take it one at a time. If you have balances on multiple credit cards, pay down the total balance one card at a time. So you have credit card 1, credit card 2, credit card 3. On one, you have $5,000, and the rate of interest, 13, that's almost 14%. All right. So clear that, try to clear it. And make your payments on it regularly, consistently, and start with the smallest one. So when you pay the smallest, you call that debt stacking or snowball style, that when you pay the amount on it, and you always try to pay a little more. When this is empty, when you clear that off, you used to pay $100 on it. So that $100, instead of saying, well, no, I am free, I have extra $100, why don't you put it onto the next? So in that case, you tackle the next credit card. And again, when we meet one-on-one, we do show you how to do that beautifully. All right. And so when you have when you're done with this is over, then you can go to the next one. You go to the next one. And one of these days, hey, wow, you're able to lift your hands. Whenever if you are paying $50 on this and you clear it out, put the $50 toward the second one. So instead of just paying 100, now you're paying 150. You will see your way much faster. And as you add the money, when you're paying the previous cards to the next one, very soon, you're able to lift your hands and say, oops, what you're looking for. Because your goal is to be, our goal to get you where you need to be is to be credit card free, to be debt free, to be financially free, and not just, hey, I have no more debts. But what now? What now? All right. So stop charging and cancel unused subscriptions. Like I told you, a lot of times we go with you. What are the subscriptions you have? What do you pay? How often do you pay it every month? How much do you pay? And you say, when you see it on paper, because it is written, you'll say, what? One person I was dealing with couldn't believe. He says, you mean every month I give Starbucks free $100? And he was just checking, oh no, man, it's just $5. But when he saw it on paper, really? And so it tells, no, I've got to stop that. I've got to stop that. I can make some coffee at home, or I can bring something with me to the office. A lot of times it's our takeouts. We do not realize how much food we buy out, how much we spend on, we buy food, the groceries, and yet still we buy more food outside and you do not see it. But when you put it on paper, I would have to show it to you. I would have to do it with you one-on-one for you to see the difference it will make. And you say, well, no, I'm going to cut this down, which we show you ways that you can cut down on certain things. And instead of, hey, don't eat that $5, save it. And we show you how to do that. All right. So you can cancel digital subscriptions like on your online video streaming services and put the money into some better use. Put it toward let's say this month, I'm going to skip the Friday buying breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that money I'm saving, I'm going to put it toward my debt. It's a discipline and it is attainable. If we put our minds, whatever you put your mind to do, it's amazing. It may be rough at the beginning, but there are habits that we just need to break. And if you do the right thing consistently, you will see good results. All right. Paying on time, correcting credit report errors, and reducing debt, your credit score will improve. All right. And in time, you may qualify for more favorable interest rates, depending on the type of loan that you have, especially with mortgages and furniture and vehicles and that kind of stuff. So when you lower your monthly mortgage payment, it could help free up some cash to accelerate your debt payoff. All right. So it is just something that we can attain, and we do not do it because some of us are just not disciplined, or that's how we're accustomed. That's the way it used to be. But there are some things we can put a stop to. When I'm out of debt, voila, I'm financially free. What's next? Well, on a scale of 300 to 850, people with top-tier credit scores have a footprint of financial responsibility, and lenders have the tendency to reward this elite group with lower interest rates. So it's a plus for you when your creditor, or when your banker or whoever you are lending from sees that, wow, she is on top of things. I remember once in my homeland, Dominica, the banks would send a letter and say, hey, we are offering you, we are giving you a loan, encouraging you to come and take a loan. Why? Because they saw that you were so consistent, you were a very good creditor. They want to give you more because they see that you have a good track record. So it adds a plus. You know, it really enhances your whole credibility and your responsibility as well. So it's not just good for the bank, it's better for you because it gives you a lift. All right. So here's a quick guideline to follow. Make sure your balance is below 50% of the spending limit to maintain your current credit scores. You know, don't be very diligent at the beginning, and all of a sudden you just fall through. And when you pick up again, oh, you got no. Maintain, keep equilibrium. Let them see that you are consistent. And when you, again, earlier I told you, you have more negotiating. Wow, you mean this? Looking at my credit score and based on my records, can't I get a better deal? And they'll say, okay, they will look at, you never know. And you'll say, boy, that was my lucky day. But no, it was just that you were disciplined, and because of what was seen, your track record encourages and it makes you get a better deal. All right. So should an emergency pop up that absolutely requires you to use a credit card, make an educated decision as to which credit card you should use. All right. So not because you have 5, no, check the one that has the lowest rate. Check the one. And sometimes one of the things, I think I've got it a little later, pick the one that won't vault you over that 50% utilization mark. Keep that. Be consistent. Make yourself look good. All right. And sometimes they call the top tier an 800 Club Heights. All right. That is your spending and your credibility is so good. Another thing people sometimes do is to cut up or throw away their old credit cards. If you have a stagnant credit card with a zero balance, just make a small purchase now and then and pay it quickly. You make a purchase on it and you pay that before the month end or before the time is up. What you will find that lifts you, that makes you look better. It's not stacking extra money, extra expense on you. It doesn't change your monthly budget. It only changes who you're paying the money to. This can raise the credit history portion of your scores based on how long you have that credit card. So all credit cards can be an asset. Don't throw it away. You make a purchase now and then on it, and it is going to, because when they're checking your credit score, they do go back. They do check your history. All right. So what are the five factors when they're checking your credit score? FICO, that's just really your credit score. Payment history, 35% of your score. The amounts owed, you may want to take a screenshot of that if you need, because oftentimes people do not think of that. All right. The amounts that you owed, 30% of your score, the length of your credit history. So you see the credit history, don't throw away your old cards, man. Now and then just buy a little something on it and pay it off before the amount is due, so that it just keeps, it really adds to your credibility. All right. Another thing is the types of credit in use. They always check that too when they're checking your credit score. Part of your credit score looks at the mix of credit you're using and how you manage all of those credit lines together. And of course, new credit. This percentage of your score looks at how many credit lines are new. So don't go and take a credit card today from one company, another credit card in 2 weeks' time. No, what's going on with your life? And when this happens, it is going to hurt your credit score. All right. So be cautious of that. Yeah, not because it is available, you just go. New credit, including, no, I'm not going to go over this. This is something, if you apply for multiple mortgage loans within a 14-day period of time, most credit scoring systems will lump all of these requests into one inquiry. All right, the credit companies will realize, okay, you're shopping for a home, you're shopping different places. You want to know, and they will realize that. So they're not gonna be one credit company is checking you and another, even if all of the companies check you, but they will always at least, give you a credit score based. They will lump everything together and realize that, hey, you are shopping for homes, shopping for cars or something of that sort. All right. Some myths, facts, and fiction. All right. Myth number 1, my credit score determines whether or not I can get a mortgage loan. Is that a fact or is that fiction? Fiction. Your credit score is important, but it's only part of the equation. Your credit score gives the lender a snapshot of how reliable you are when it comes to managing your finances. All right. So they would look at the debt to income ratio. A lot of stuff goes into when you ask for a loan or when you ask for credit. It's not just they'll check how much you're making, how well, again, your past history and the lenders that you have, how are you keeping up? Again, I told you consistency, paying up on time, that is a big plus. All right. Credit score myth, fact, or function or fiction. Closing old inactive accounts will raise my credit score. Well, we dealt with that. I say don't do it. All right. If you have old credit cards, don't just throw it away. Buy something on it now and then pay it off so that you do not have to pay interest on it. Paying bills on time will immediately improve my credit score. It's a fact. So when you keep on time, that's one of the things that we press you, we encourage you to do. Do not leave, do not let it add up and say, oh, I'll just pay double next month. No. You're going to pay much more interest, and that is going to hurt your credit score as well. Credit scoring is unfair to minorities. Is it a fact or is it fiction? It's fiction. That's not true. Your credit score is simply a snapshot of how you manage your credit. The Equal Credit Opportunity Act prohibits lenders from denying credit based on race, based on color, based on religion, based on national origin, sex, marital status, or age. As long as you're old enough to enter into a contract, hey, receipt of income through public assistance or exercising in good faith your rights under the Consumer Credit Protection. It's something that you can always debate, all right? So it has nothing to do. It is really a snapshot of how credible you are, how consistent you are, how you are managing your finances, all right? And so our mission is to teach 20 million families how money works within the next decade. So for the next 10 years, we are on a mission. And we would love you to come along with us because, as we told you, the financial industry, that's the biggest cut. And we need more people to be working in that field so that more people can get the information. I'm just one person. And so two can put, there's a verse that says, one can put, if it's 10,000 to flight, but two of us can put 1,000,000. All right. So the more, the merrier. That's why we're here. And so we encourage you to discuss these concepts and review the milestones with a financial professional. Don't procrastinate. One of the things you can do is to hook up with me, hook up with somebody who has financial capability to help you manage your money, make you better. Our whole goal to help you make it, help you save it, and at a better rate than what you may be currently getting, and just to teach you how to save, how to manage, how to build a legacy, how to build wealth, how to improve yourself and your family. And one of the big things, oh boy, milestone number 7, don't just work 9 to 5. Don't just work, and at the end of it, you have nothing to show for it. You love your family, put your stuff in place. because government and probate is one of the worst things that any family, worst ordeals that any family can go through. So get financially literate. And that's what we're here to do. I'm Maria Simon Pascal. Feel free. I do still have Cindy, do you have the QR code that they can also take? I've got it right here. You can take a screenshot of that if you're able to, or Cindy can pass it on, and feel free to at least give me a call. Cindy, do you have my number all set up for them?
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat for you,
Right.
and we'll include the link as well. 2 seconds.
Right. So thank you very much. Anybody has any questions that they would like to ask before we round up this
We
evening?
do have a question in the chat. Priscilla asks, does shopping for car insurance rates hurt your score?
No. They do ask for that. Well, as I told you, the better your credit score, the more negotiable you are able to. You can negotiate better. And you know, that reflects. Yeah, that's one of the things that they always ask. Mhm.
Not paying for your car insurance does affect your credit score, though. D, you have a question. Go ahead.
Thank you, Maria. That was a very informative and well thought out presentation. So thank you so much. Of course, thank you to East Flatbush for offering these sessions to us. Really appreciate it. My question is on the credit cards, where you showed the slide about inactivity. I had a few because I'm retired now. And so I didn't want all these credit cards, whether it's Macy's or whatever, because most stores now take Visa, MasterCard. So I don't want to be getting all these bills in the mail and stuff like that. So what I did was I didn't close it because I knew if I closed my credit card myself, it would hurt my credit score. But the company itself, whether it's Macy's or what have you, when they see the inactivity, they would send a notice and saying, you haven't used this account in a while. So in order to keep it active, like you said, make a charge, or either they're going to close it. And I just choose to make them close it because it didn't affect my credit score when they close it. Is that correct?
Yeah. But one of the things we encourage you to do, you can, because when you say you're a retiree, but say you want to make a purchase somewhere else, sometimes they look at the credit history. How are you doing? You know, how consistent are you with your payments? And that's why we encourage people, you keep it, but now and then, you know, you just make a small purchase, and by the end of the month, before the time is due, you just pay it off.
Oh, because it still stays on my report. It'll say it's closed by the vendor or what have you.
Yes.
But it's still on the report, and it will show the paying history that I did have when I did have it open.
Okay.
Yeah. So because when it comes to you mentioned the credit report, annualreport.com, I do that. But since you have the 3 credit unions, I do one, and you can only do it once a year. I don't do all 3 at the same time. I do maybe TransUnion the first 4 months, and then I'll do what's the other 2? There's TransUnion and the other 2, and I
Expedia.
spread it out that way.
Expedia is one of them.
Yeah, Expedia. So that way I can look over time throughout the year to see how my credit.
Sounds like you're on the ball, Mama. It sounds like you're on the ball. You've been taught. And so what you know, pass it on, because our younger generation do not.
Yes, they don't.
Yes,
even with the subscription. Like I do the Spotify, and they constantly keep sending me, oh, well, we'll give you 3 months for free. And I'm saying, yeah, but the trick is when you do that, you got to remember now to cancel it because they'll automatically renew it.
Yep.
So we have
That's
other
why I say
questions.
to write it out. Write it out. If you have it, write,
So,
keep a notes. Yes.
so there's a few other questions. I do want to fill in the difference though, because you have to check the contract of your credit cards. Not
Yeah.
all credit cards are the same.
Mhm.
Just because they're quarter credit or line of credit does not mean that they affect your credit score. Meaning, if they're a store credit card, they may not reflect, depending on your contract, your credit score. It might just be you and that store, a contract between you and that store. So you owe the store directly, and it may not affect your credit
The
score.
credit
It may
score.
just,
Right.
but this is just, please review your credit card contract, and if you don't have it, you can call the company, and they should be able to send you another copy.
Yeah, I have it because I know with Sears, they go through Citibank.
Most
So,
store credit
yeah.
cards are not reflected on credit scores. Most are not. In other
Okay.
words, if you don't pay it off, it doesn't affect you negatively. But having a positive relationship with that credit card also does not improve your credit score.
Very good.
Oh, okay.
All right. I have
Got
another
it.
question here. Natasha Nelson in the chat says, if I have a charge-off credit card, I hope I'm saying this correctly, how do I repair that? From my knowledge, you have to wait 7 years for it to be wiped off, or I should file bankruptcy. I'm going to say no to bankruptcy just right away. Don't do that.
No.
But just want to, Natasha, can you clarify a little bit? Come off microphone for a little bit. Just clarify what you mean by your question. What do you mean by a charge-off?
So the credit card, like when I look at it, it says charged off, like they closed the account and they sold it to
A,
another
Oh,
a
another
third
company.
party because
a debt collector?
yeah, 'cause I was delinquent more than 90 days
Okay.
for two of my credit cards. So how do I repay? 'Cause I was just gonna wait the 7 years, but like my credit has dipped severely because of that, and I don't know how to repair it. I was just gonna let time heal it. I don't know what to do.
So why don't you call the company and speak to them? Because
So the company told me I shouldn't speak to. I should speak to the third party they sold it to, and the third party told me I can pay it off for a small fee. But then one of my friends used to work for she worked for a company who would take closed accounts for Macy's, and she was like, paying it off doesn't do anything. Like it doesn't hurt. It doesn't like repair it or
Repair it.
nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, you just paying it off. But she was like, you might as well wait the 7 years, so it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna help your
Right.
credit or nothing. I just want to know if that's
So
true.
I may just want to make the segue here. This is the perfect scenario in which you want to sit down with Maria on a one-on-one, because you probably have a very complicated situation,
yeah.
and you need to review your finances. You need to review all your different scenarios. All right.
You
So
have to wait for 7 years. That's a long time with a
not only that, that's 7 years of you not doing anything actively with your credit. That's 7 years of you're not making big purchases, not making any big moves. It's going to show up in everything you do. So you try to buy a car, you try to buy a home, you try to
It's gonna
rent a
reflect.
house, rent an apartment.
It is haunting me right now. It is.
Right.
Anything I try to apply for is haunting me. I can't get nothing. That's true.
Now,
That's one
without
of
getting too much into your personal business,
Yeah.
are the collective debt more than 20,000?
The credit cards, no. I think it's less than that, but what's
Okay.
over 20K is I have student loans. I have my master's, so my student loans is like 100K. It's like 80 to 100. Well, it was 80K gained interest, and I was 90 something K, so it's over.
So
That plus the credit
student
card is
credit.
like
Wait.
120.
So student credit is different. Student credit is different.
Okay. Because I checked it, it said delinquent and it's affecting my credit. Because I just
On the
checked
student
Credit
credit?
Karma.
On the student
Yeah, I
credit?
checked Credit Karma or Credit Wise, something like that, and it was showing on my credit. I don't know why.
So hold on, let's clarify this. Have you received a collection debt from your student loan?
Mm-hmm. Like they want me to make a payment plan, but I haven't set that up yet.
All right.
I
I've
So
think
been out of
that's a
college for
one-on-one situation.
4 years.
yes. This is getting, you see how, but I want to give this example to everyone sitting here. You see how
Yeah.
this turns into an onion? The more you start
Yeah.
asking questions, the more layers you start seeing. And this is not to make an example out of you, Natasha. Thank you so much for being brave enough to share this.
Yeah.
This is,
No
we need to
problem.
make these conversations normal in our community. is not to be ashamed. It's not to stay quiet and drown. We
Right.
don't want that for you. What we want is for you to really get help and really be able to succeed in life and be able to bring yourself and your family up into the next level of financial freedom.
Yep.
So please be brave enough to take the next step. Make an appointment with Maria, have a conversation, sit down and see what are your options. Okay.
Because a lot of these
Thank
people
you.
want you to pay money for them to do it.
Yep.
I mean, money,
Yeah, they want you to
money.
pay them and they'll reduce
Everybody
it
who
and all
does it
that stuff.
everybody wants a cut from it.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Thank you. And I
what's
will
your number?
I'll gladly take the help. And how do I sign up? I screenshot that and scan
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but Cindy's gonna put her link and the phone number in the chat
Yeah.
also.
Yes, the number is in the chat right now. I'll repost it.
347-457-8934. Very easy.
Priscilla said the
Okay,
government
thank
changes
you.
the student loan laws. It now does affect your credit score loans. Yes. So again, this changes every year, every administration, every IRS changes in IRS laws, and so you have to be on top of this. If you have a mortgage, if you have any kind of debt, any kind of loan, you have to make sure that you are keeping track with the laws in association with those. Because if they pass a law tomorrow saying that I don't know that your religious debt affects your credit score, then it will affect it, right? It's all about the laws of the land, so please keep keeping track of those as you go along. Any other questions?
Thank you. And I didn't know that the government changed it and I would affect you. Yeah, because I saw it on my credits. Was
Yes.
affecting. I checked it just today before logging in, and it showed it.
Most student loans were in full furlough for the entirety of COVID and Biden's administration. Once Trump came into office, that some of the laws in IRS changed,
Everything
and
changed.
now not only do you have to make payments, you have to make payments yesterday. So that's probably what some of you're experiencing. But as far as some of the finer details, as far as the accounts concerned, someone needs to help you to dig through those to figure out what the current situation is and work out some of the intricacies.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you all for your feedback. Very valuable. Thank you.
Welcome.
Any other questions as we wrap up and go into our raffle? Any other questions? Personal, maybe you know a friend, maybe you know a family member in a situation. All right. Okay. Like always, thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. I hope you guys got learned something out of this and improve your situations. Please feel free to connect with Maria for your one-on-one questions and situations as you navigate your financial freedoms and your financial literacies. So now we're going to transition over to our raffle. I hope everyone wrote their names. I made several announcements the other day.
Oh, let me take
And
my name down.
we look forward to you winning. Let me just share my screen really quickly. Okay. So these are the current list that names of all the ones that put it in the chat. If you don't see your name there, that means you did not drop it into the chat. All right. Going once. Going twice. Here's the first winner. And we have Natasha. Oh, I was rooting for it. I was rooting. I'm gonna butcher his name. Yang Chen, are you there? Yang Chen, are you there? Okay, open your mic. Just confirm you're there. Going once. Yang Chen, are you there? Going twice.
Give a little chance. Sometimes I'm having to unmute the phone.
Say something in chat. Say something in chat.
Yes, he says yes.
All right.
Whoever,
Stick
sorry.
around before at the call so we can get you get your information and we can send you the
Yes.
prize. Okay.
Stay on. I'll be sending you the link privately for you to get your gift card.
All right. So gonna respin. Got the next figure. I'm not gonna say nothing because last time I might get in trouble. All right, Deanna. Deanna, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, thank you for being here. Stick around to after the session. All right, one more time. Natasha. See, I was right. I was right the first time.
Yay!
Congratulations, Natasha.
Congratulations to everyone.
All right, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, so everyone else, thank you so much for being here one more time. I know I've been saying it a lot,
Is it
but truly,
may,
truly,
may I
truly.
ask
Go
are
ahead.
the numbers does everybody who attend have their numbers next to their names? Is that no?
Their phone numbers or
Their
you mean
phone
their
number is is on there to begin?
I
No?
don't. There's not on the
Okay.
participation list, and and because we have technical difficulties, we didn't do
Oh,
the other link. But we could probably talk offline about that.
yeah. I would love to get
And
the numbers.
but yeah, if you want to be reached out by Maria, please feel free to drop your phone number, a way of contacting either your email or your phone number. Drop it in the chat. She'll reach out to you on a one-on-one. Otherwise,
And sometimes
thank
it's not just for you. It could just be for general knowledge. I think everybody needs to do a financial needs analysis as where at least it will show you where you are and where you would like to be.
Yes.
It stats where you are, my income, my expenses, but where would I like to be 3 years from now, 5 years from now? Sometimes we never go through this thing, and it is a free service that we offer. The pleasure
Yes.
of the mind to help.
Thank you, Marie. I just want to share that the 3 raffle card winners, please check the chat. I've put the link in the chat for you to complete and fill out and identify yourself as the winners. And we just want to thank you, Maria, so much for all the information that you shared during both parts. And just encourage everyone on the line, bring someone on next week with you so we can continue to get this information out to the community, okay? Encouraging and challenging everyone to bring an additional person along with yourself, but one additional person along with you next week because the information has been powerful. Each week we've had this session.
Will do.
Thank you. God bless everybody.
God bless everyone.
Have a
Take
good
care.
everyone.
Be
Good
safe. Be
night.
well.
Thank you.
God bless. Thank
You. Have a good
you.
night, everyone.
Good night.
Have a good
Winners, can
night.
you thank you. Winners, can
Thank
you
you.
please let us know once you've completed the form?
I don't see the form.
The form is in the chat. It's in the chat.
It
You might
says,
have to.
please complete this link to connect with Maria.
Or you
No,
might.
I sent it to you privately. I'll send it to you again.
Oh, I don't see it.
It
Okay,
might be a
coming again to
different
you,
options.
Natasha.
You'll have different tabs to go through.
Oh,
just
I
sent
see
it to you.
different tabs. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Perez. Thank you, Natasha.
Thank you, Maria.
Cindy, God bless you.
Thank
Have a good
you.
night. Thank
We'll be
you.
in touch. We'll be in touch.
Is
God
it
bless.
the survey?
Yeah, there is a survey. I would love to get response from the
Okay,
survey.
so
Let me
the
know.
survey, and am I supposed to fill out something else?
So you should have got a private
Who's this? Oh,
message.
yeah,
Diana,
go
you
on.
should have got a private message.
Huh?
Check on the chats. You should have another tab right next to that. With
Oh,
a
it has
private
to be-
message from Cindy.
Okay. And who is it coming from?
Cindy, you'll see
Coming from
Cindy's
me.
face.
I'm sending it again to you. Just
Okay.
complete it so you can identify yourself as the gift card winner, okay?
Oh, okay, I see it. I'm gonna do the other one too. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Good night. The Lord bless you.
Good night.
Let's be wise.
Good night. God bless you. Thank you. This was great. I'm coming back to another one. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you. Great.
It was really good. Took away a lot. Have a good night. God bless.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
Thank you. Bye.
I'm filling it out. Sorry.
I'm filling it
You're
out
fine.
too. But I can log out and continue filling it out, right?
Yes, you can. Just make sure you have the link because we
If
won't
you don't,
get it.
yeah.
We won't
If
get
you
your
don't fill it
information.
out before you leave, and you
Yeah.
don't do it afterwards,
I
we
filled it
cannot
out.
help you.
I submitted it. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yan Chen, you were one of the winners.
I'm
You should have
trying to
got
fill-
Wait,
received.
Natasha, you
That's
sure you
what I
filled it
think.
out?
I'm trying.
Yeah, it says your response was submitted. Did you get it?
Okay, I'm seeing it now. Yes. Okay.
Okay. And
You're
I'm
good.
filling out the other one too. The other survey.
Yeah, to get connected with Maria, please do.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
You're welcome.
Yang,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yang,
Good night, everybody.
good night. Yang Chen, you should have got a private message from Cindy with
Damn, what
the
is
link to
today's
fill
date?
out.
Let me send it.
Is it in the mail?
What?
Yeah. What-
The private message,
what's
do you
it?
mean in the mail?
I'm not making out that last
No,
thing.
not in the mail, in the chat on
In
this
the
meeting.
chat in Zoom, yes. In the chat in Zoom, you should have
Okay,
a
so
private message.
I filled it out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm waiting for one more.
Yes, mention. She should be doing a momentarily.